The Shang Dynasty, the Blood Kings who built ancient China, 9 of Chinese writing, the masters of bronze warfare. But their final king was so cruel, so corrupt, so obsessed with pleasure, that heaven itself turned against him. Tonight we uncover the rise of China's first warrior kings, the secrets hidden in oracle bones, the technology that shocked the ancient world, and the bloody collapse that changed history forever. This is not legend. This is the Shang Dynasty, and what archaeologists discovered in 1899 would prove that these myths were terrifyingly real. China, 4,000 years ago. Along the Yellow River, a wild, unpredictable force of nature, early farming communities struggled to survive. Floods destroyed crops, droughts killed villages. Warfare between tribes was constant. This was not yet China. It was chaos. But from this chaos emerged tribal leaders. And from those leaders came kings. Chinese legend speaks of a dynasty before Shang, the Xia. For centuries, historians thought Xia was myth. But then, archaeology began uncovering cities, foundations, palaces, weapons, and suddenly, the story of early Chinese civilization became real. Yet it was the Shang who would step out of legend and into written history, because they left something behind: writing. In 1899, a scholar named Wang Yirong was sick. He bought dragon bones from a pharmacy, traditional medicine. But when he looked closely, he saw carvings, symbols, ancient writing. Those dragon bones were actually turtle shells and ox shoulder blades, and carved into them were questions. Questions asked by Shang kings 3,000 years earlier. Will it rain tomorrow? Should we attack the eastern tribe? Will the queen give birth safely? Are the ancestors angry? The king would heat the bone. Cracks would appear. Diviners interpreted the cracks as answers from ancestors, and they recorded everything. This was the birth of Chinese writing. Not poetry, not stories, but power, because whoever controlled the spirits controlled the people. But how did the Shang kings gain so much power in the first place? For that, we need to meet Tang. Around 1600 BC, a leader named Tang rose in rebellion. The ruling Xia king had become corrupt, weak, cruel. Tang united tribes under one banner and defeated Xia. This was revolutionary because Tang didn't just conquer. He claimed something new. He claimed that heaven had chosen him. This idea that a ruler governs with divine approval would later become known as the mandate of heaven, and it would shape China for 3,000 years. There they built palaces, defensive walls, workshops, royal tombs, and something even more powerful, an industrial bronze machine. Because what the Shang did with bronze shocked the ancient world. While other civilizations made small bronze tools, the Shang created massive ritual vessels, weapons, armor, war chariots. Their bronze technology was unmatched. They used piece mold casting, allowing incredibly detailed designs, dragon motifs, spiritual beasts, symbols of authority. Bronze wasn't just metal. It was status, religion, war. Only elites could own bronze, meaning bronze equals power. And the Shang military? Deadly. War chariots pulled by horses, archers, bronze spears, battle axes. They expanded aggressively, But expansion required something darker, because Shang didn't just defeat enemies. They sacrificed them. Archaeologists discovered royal tombs in Anyang. Inside, hundreds of bodies, prisoners of war, servants, even children, buried alive, decapitated, laid beside kings. The Shang believed kings ruled not only the living, but also the spirit world. When the king died, he needed servants in the afterlife. He needed warriors. He needed offerings. Human sacrifice was not random. It was a ritual, systematic, recorded in oracle bones, sometimes hundreds at a time. This was power through fear, and the final Shang king took this to extremes. His name was Di Xin, and he would become known as a monster. Di Xin, also called King Zhou of Shang, brilliant, strong, charismatic, but also arrogant, cruel, obsessed with pleasure. Ancient records describe a lake of wine, a forest of meat hanging from trees, endless torture games, brutal punishments. Whether exaggerated or not, one thing is certain: rebellion grew. Meanwhile, in the West, a new power was rising, the Zhou. They claimed Shang had lost the mandate of heaven, and when disasters struck, floods, famine, unrest, people believed it. In 1046 BC, the Zhou army marched at the Battle of Mai. Shang soldiers reportedly switched sides. The king fled and set his palace on fire, burning himself alive inside. The Shang Dynasty ended. But here's the twist. The Shang were not erased. They became the foundation of China itself. Everything that defines Chinese civilization started here: writing system, ancestor worship, bronze artistry, mandate of heaven, centralized kingship. The Zhou kept many Shang traditions, even today. Modern Chinese characters trace back to oracle bones. The Shang capital moved multiple times, but eventually settled at Yin.